Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Nuthouse Games devlog. My name is Acorns. It's been a while since the last one, and I've made a lot of progress. A lot of progress. And one of the things I kind of realized over my last kind of sprint of work is that I'm not fully enjoying or confident with the art that I have. And I've had a little bit of experience with creating in Blender. Not so much like fully structured out, but I've decided I decided to redo just about every single character. Okay. We'll start with Vanessa because she's kind of the bigger character in the grand scheme of things. But this is one of the first kind of designs I was trying with Vanessa. These were assets that I grabbed elsewhere and was trying to just basically kit bash stuff together. And it wasn't really working out per se. And I wanted to get something a little bit better for this character. And we'll kind of go along as we kind of see things. So this was and as you haven't had a chance, make sure to go to the Nuthouse Patreon right here, and subscribe and all that. We'll talk about some other nice stuff you might get with the Nuthouse Patreon. But for now, you can see here that I just said straight up not confident in my art, and so everything was going to get modeled. Originally, I said in Blender. Now, one of the other things too I was working on was I was talking about the gameplay loop, because there's going to be a section of the game where straight up that you're going to basically diagnose computer problems. And in this little diagram here, it kind of shows you the gameplay loop. Right here, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. You start off with, in the very first gameplay example, and you'll see it here when I kind of run through what the game is in its current state. So your customer has a problem installing some software, and what's the first step? You have three different options right off the bat. Okay. If you choose the red prompt down here, and obviously it's not going to be colored as you're going through it. If you choose the red prompt, you're going to get automatically 1 minus point. Yellow prompts don't get a point, and then green do. If you get -3, you get straight up 0 points. You failed. And each different diag will get you different points. So, and these kind of also dictate hey, if you choose this one, you kind of go back to one of these at least. And the other thing is that your option will get removed. That hasn't been programmed yet as in the current build of the game, but that is going to be something that happens. And then eventually you'll get to success or failure. Being that the very first one that you'll see, it's still not programmed in. I haven't programmed in the gameplay loop at all. But being that this is something that's going to be in there, you will see that you will straight up fail this first one completely. And the next little mini devlog that we had here, remember, even if you I think free ones get it. I think I haven't made it free for a while because I was coming back and everyone could read these little these devlogs here. This one here kind of detailed some of the graphic work I was starting to do. And so this is a very low res version of it because I just pulled a lot of these files randomly because I was rushing and I had a lot of tech issues. This is one of the first examples of the back room of the Byte Brothers office. Okay. You can kind of see here, it's got some really cool cell shading on the edges here. Especially with this chair. The chair, I think, turned out the best. But I grabbed a lot of these assets from Blender Kit. Blender Kit is a great tool that just allows you to pull assets that are free. It's just free to use. And I was just grabbing just whatever I could off of here to straight up just combine stuff together and make scenes. So yeah, I just type in desk, right? And it gives me a desk. And just pop it down there. Boom. Pretty simple. And then all I would really do is just go over here to my shaders and then apply a tune shader. And it was a process that I kind of learned early on where it was just all I had to do was just material output is like your final it's the end. So I would do these two, and this is like a very rudimentary way of doing this, I've been told, because there's better ways of doing it. I would create these nodes here, and then as you can see here, like our table is now kind of just black. Scale this down a little bit, and eventually, oh, you'll start to see some highlights. Bang. Look at that. We got just a few little highlights. And I'll just make it, for example, I'll make it just got like a really light brown. Like right there. Okay. We'll add another one. And then I'm going to actually just copy that color and then go down on this scale here. And I'm actually just going to make this just a bit bigger. Copy that color again. And hit that. Change position just a bit. Oh, God. Maybe not that much because it's basically black at this point. But as you can see, like, depending on how you kind of shade things, it kind of makes it look just a tad different. Now there's no light in here, so it's gonna kind of do that. But I basically, for that, and there's also the outline too, but I don't want to get like full, this is not a full tutorial. So I'm not gonna go into a full tutorial of like how exactly I did that. Because also I kind of don't remember right this moment. Because I just haven't been in Blender in a hot minute. But it's all about like just using nodes, and like you can tell, like just me talking about this, like I've got some experience, but not the full amount of experience that I need to like just get everything rushed out the door that I need to get run done. So you can see here, like I kind of started working on it a bit here. It's just that like modeling the hair was probably my biggest issue. And so that's when I started doing some research about like easier ways to get around this. Because I was like, hey, glasses look good. I was able to do that. But also like there's this specific model. When it came to actually posing too, because if you go in here, this model doesn't have it apparently, but posing was also an issue. Okay. Posing became an issue. So that's when I found something called Daz Studio. Daz Studio has been a fucking lifesaver for me with this game. Just been absolutely phenomenal. And just getting me to pose stuff, tweak stuff, add clothes, whole 9 yards. Love it. It's been very nice to me. Very, very easy to learn. Someone else described it as basically if Daz Studio is like your photo studio, then Blender is like your workshop. So I'm going to show you guys what Vanessa is going to officially look like in the game. This is like the final design pretty much. And here we go. Pretty damn close to the original design that I had. Like, I'm very happy with this. I've tweaked a lot of stuff though in Photoshop and Procreate. Like, if you look down here, I have no idea how to change your fingernails at all. Like, at all. I have no idea. I'll show, like, if you guys remember, this is what Vanessa used to look like. I mean, the only thing that I changed, and this is, I'm going to be honest, fully a technical limitation. because this is just an existing model, this hair. I don't know how to do this half shave. And I tried experimenting. I tried. And honestly, I should have saved it and I didn't, unfortunately. I tried to keep like basically just like take off the hair because I can just boom, hair gone. I tried doing that and combining it in Photoshop, but it just didn't look the same. It just didn't look the same at all. So I was just like, fuck it. It's just gonna be, she's just got this bob here. So yeah, that's kind of the full extent of what she looks like. So let's go ahead and just see. Oh no, wait, backgrounds. I'll kind of show you guys in the game what looks like with the backgrounds. At this time, I have zero time frame on when this fucking game's coming out. Which I think is a good thing, because I just had this bad habit of like promising shit and then be like, oh, well, that didn't fucking come out the one I wanted it to. So there we go. Sit down, save that. I'm kind of like I think my first hurdle is just I want a playable version of it with the diag and getting up to one of the first big main like story beats, and that'll be my beta, like demo beta, if you will. Whenever that comes out, who knows? I quite frankly do not know. Here is what the game is like in its current state, and I'll point out to you background stuff, because there's two backgrounds that like I worked on in Blender that I'm pretty pleased with, honestly. Launch. Cool. I love that intro. This hasn't changed at all. This part hasn't changed at all. Eventually, what I'm picturing here is one of the scenes, the back office scene that you saw earlier, and I'll point it out to you again. That back office scene, it will kind of be the start, like the starting screen soon, like where there's that one computer there. Where is it at? I think I still have it open. The one computer right here, that one will kind of have like these same like start, load preferences, that kind of shit for it, where it basically allows you to kind of like scroll through it basically. So and this music will stay the same too. Like I designed this like fucking a couple months ago, but I still kind of like it, you know? I still kind of like it. I think it works. So let's just go ahead and get started into it. I'm going to turn the volume up all the way up. And I'll just kind of run through it again. And to kind of see just kind of where we are. So here we go. Here's the very first scene that I designed. Well, not the very first, like the first you will see that I helped model in Blender. This is your bedroom as the main character. This pillow over here, it might be missing an outline, but even so, I think in this broadcast, the colors are very dark. So a couple things are just missing, like the cell shade outline, but I love the color over here. Like everything just looks, this is morning, you know? I had some new lines in the script too, actually. Let's kind of start back at the beginning here. Like that line's new. I don't think I'm ready yet. Wait, I don't remember why I changed that. I think I wanted like more time in this. Yeah, that's what it was. I wanted more time inside of this this bedroom scene, because I spent so much fucking time on it. And again, you know, you're right up here every morning in this game, because it's essentially like you're gonna be like spending 2 weeks in this shop, in the story as it is. That's what's gonna be. So this is kind of more just like exposition stuff. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a longer drive because like you're gonna be, and eventually I think I'm gonna put in this little area where the sun is coming through the blinds here, some sort of cityscape. And it actually, in the original model too, it actually has like a big city in the behind the shades here. Yeah, here. Being the largest city, the competition made it harder than I'd hoped for IT work. I've spent so much time in other industries that it was time for a change. And then, whenever I got time checking my phone, shit, I don't. Probably should get a game ready. Right? So, here goes nothing. And then, this is where the fridge is going to go. Because eventually, you'll, like, I'm going to have it so, like, a phone will be modeled. Because actually, if you go back here, too, that's a phone right there. That's your phone. You can kind of barely see it, but eventually, you know, you'll be getting text from characters and shit like that. That'll be sitting right there. Fridge, yep. Next thing working on is definitely going to be like inside of the car, inside the dash, like you just driving to work and shit. This hasn't changed at all. This is like pretty much the same as the last time that we did a devlog back in August. The store, haven't modeled the outside of the store yet. That's where the intro will go again. Yep, that's the old art. I'm still going to try to like make these characters look the same. And we'll actually, before the end of the stream, I will go ahead and show you what Jameson is starting to look like and my struggles with what I have currently trying to model him inside, or at least trying to tweak assets inside of Dad's studio. This hasn't changed, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Yep, my name is Max. This hasn't changed. So yeah, here is like, this is like, at least for this build, this is what the office will look like, okay? Yeah, obviously, Bruce, that name's gonna change. I'm actually gonna change that name probably to Barry, because a lot of these names, if you haven't noticed, I mean, if you're Lions fan, I'll put this out. Jameson is named after Jameson Williams from the Lions. Barry Sanders, I think, is a perfect name for a manager. Vanessa, obviously nothing regarding the Lions, but also, if you haven't noticed, well, also I haven't even, the last names are written, but Lovelace, Vanessa Lovelace, and Jameson Turing. No, fuck, wait. Hold on, I gotta consult my freaking document that I have written for this. My little master document I have written down for this. Where is it at? There it is. Okay. That's Vanessa Turing, named after Alan Turing. And then Jameson Lovelace is named after Ada Lovelace. Now, if you don't know who Alan Turing is, Alan Turing was an English mathematician who was best known for creating like basically the very original concepts for algorithm. Ada Lovelace, another mathematician that created analytics, basically, essentially, for the modern computer. So that's where those last names kind of come from. But I flipped them. So it's Vanessa Turing, right? My brain is so fried, y'all. I don't know how to tell you this. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Vanessa Turing, Jameson Lovelace. Okay, I got it right. I couldn't remember. Because they're not written on the screen at all. Like, I haven't written that part down anywhere. It doesn't really say. Like, I really need to, like, if I hit escape, I would love to be able to have it. A dossier, something like that. I know games have that. But yeah, this is kind of like a very working version of the game. Or at least a screenshot. Yeah, Vanessa's obviously hung over here. This is something I worked on too, is like making her look hungover. And then you can obviously hear, this is like her official model. Nails black, lipstick black, piercings, because I couldn't figure out how to do piercings, along with the bloodshot eyes there. These are all details that I couldn't just quite figure out. And then she's gonna slide over eventually as you're talking to her. Yeah, we've already talked about that. Like the decisions you make change. This shit, I don't think has changed since the last game, but yeah, there's her model without a background behind her. But yeah, that's pretty much the big changes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back over to showing just a little preview of what Jameson will look like in this. So that's what he looks like there. It's the only thing that's missing right now is the hat and clothes. And the other problem is too, like if I try to go over here, because originally I wanted to make him just buff as shit. If I go back over here, there's a setting here for flex bicep, right? There's not much flex there, right? Other problem is too is like I hit scale, but it scales everything together. And I don't know how to scale just up, and I would love to scale just those parts, but it scales everything together. And unless it's properties, no. I was gonna try to figure it out now, but no. Yeah, because like long arm ball. So it just doesn't look right. So still working on that portion of it, but yeah, that is at least kind of like, at least we look in the face. Yeah, that's that. So cool. All right, I think that's gonna cover it for this portion of the devlog. If you're still watching this point, I appreciate you watching. Make sure if you had a chance to check out my new site, nethousethreads.com. There is a specific page on here for stuff about the game and NetHouse games. Look at that. There's even like a little cheeky little postcard. Look at this. A cheeky little postcard featuring Vanessa in a bikini. Ooh, right? Please make sure if you had a chance, also go to the Patreon. I would appreciate your support, and if you're watching the Patreon too, and you're watching the uncut version of the devlogs, those get posted right to Patreon the day after. You get that little bonus too. So, and along with everyone else, we'll be getting this awesome, really cool background featuring Vanessa. I gotta go find it real quick. And you'll get to see this as soon as I find the right damn file. Because my file organization right now is absolute garbage. Game, Vanessa. Oh. I gotta find this real quick. Okay, I'll flip here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, y'all get this really cheeky lewd version of her as a background. If you subscribe to the Patreon. So yeah. There's that. I will see you all in the next devlog. I hope it's not another 5 months between them. But yeah, I will see you all later. Have a good night. And don't do hard drugs. Weed's fine. Okay, bye.